Hi, teachers. This is a revised video for how to set up your Zoom meetings in your courses. Remember that we are going to be setting up one Zoom meeting per period, and that will allow your students to find their period much easier than having to look through multiple videos within the same meeting and then have to try to identify a timestamp there. So in order to do this, we're going to go here to Zoom meetings. And by the way, you can either click there on your home screen, or either you can click in the left-hand navigation menu right here. And then we're just going to go up here to schedule a new meeting. And in this case, if I'm teaching ID Sandbox 2 for first period, I would just go ahead and put first period there. And then what we're going to do is to go down here and to select recurring meeting. And instead of recurring daily or weekly or monthly, we're just going to select no fixed time. The next thing that I'm going to do is to enable both the passcode and the waiting room. The waiting room is optional, but in the case that someone does get the link to your meeting who is outside our organization, this would keep them from joining and keep them from disturbing the class, and possibly with an ugly name or something like that. For the passcode right here, I'm just going to put in Charger1. It will automatically generate a passcode for you in most cases, but if it does not, the reason why we put a passcode in here is that so no one can use any link outside of the Zoom meet or outside of Canvas. So if they click on the Zoom meeting from within Canvas, it's going to automatically embed this passcode into the URL of the meeting, and the students don't have to enter that. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on for me right here. That means the video will automatically be turned on. I'll turn it on for the participant as well. You can turn that off, but it just sometimes if your students happen to get into the meeting and they don't have their video on and you want that, you're going to have to ask them to do so. Okay, the next thing is to allow both telephone and computer audio. I prefer computer audio. That makes sure that the students are actually working off of their Chromebook. The next thing that we'll need to do is to enable some of these options here. I like to mute the participants upon entry. And then when I record the meeting automatically, I want to record it to the cloud. Okay, we had initially set this to on the local computer because of the number of notifications that were coming through. We have those notifications solved now, so we want to make sure that we record those meetings to the cloud. Anyway, this is another thing that if you have somebody who is regularly in your class, or you have a regular sub or anything like that, you can add them as an alternative host. Just make sure that they use that ccsk12.com address. That once we do that, we go ahead and click on save. And then if we want to start another meeting, we just simply go up here to course meetings. You'll notice here that I have the option here to start the meeting, also to click on this and to edit the meeting, and then I can delete from there as well. Just remember, if you want, your students will only see the join button over here on the right. If we want to schedule a new meeting, it's pretty simple. We just go up here, we'll say ID Sandbox, and then we'll go second. Let's do second period. And then we'll do the same thing here, go to recurring meeting, no fixed time. We can go ahead and we can click on passcode. In this case, I'm going to put Charger2, and then I'm going to enable the waiting room. I'll go ahead and automatically turn the video on for both the host and the participant, and then mute participants upon entry. Notice that's still there in the cloud. Anybody who I want to add there for an alternative host, and go ahead and click save. So this gives you the way to create multiple course meetings for your class, also to record those meetings to the cloud. If you have any further questions, please send me an email. It's jbar@ccsk12.com. Be happy to help you out.